Hello guys, this is Avcoor, and this is an important video. I want to talk about OB1, OB6, and OB10. Why do I want to talk about this? Because I want everybody in the community to know there is a certain point where, honestly, you should stop wish listing a piece of equipment, or you should stop using your, let's see what this thing is at, your weapon exchanges. I have one and I'm saving it because I'm just going to look to see what I really want. So there's no need to rush and use it. There's a point with a weapon that you should stop summoning for it. But there are certain weapons that you should continue to summon until you reach OB10. There's certain weapons that you should OB10, there's certain weapons you should OB6, and there are certain weapons that you should OB1 because you just don't know if you need it or not. And I'm here to explain which weapons you should OB10 and which weapons you shouldn't. And this video won't be as long as you think because it's pretty self-explanatory. Let's go into enhance. The reason why I say this is because a lot of people get confused about what weapons they should OB10 or what weapons they should OB6 or what weapons they should OB1. And that's perfectly fine. Even now that it took playtesting and realization to realize that there are certain weapons I should have just let go, and I didn't do that. First of all, what weapons are the ones that you should OB1? And that's simple, the weapons that you're not sure that you're ever going to use. Say for instance, Mythos Saber. I have never used Mythos Saber on Cloud. This weapon can stay at OB1, 2, or 3 because I've never used it to clear any form of content, period. I haven't used it. In fact, these SARs are random. I randomly got these pieces and I just used it and I OB'd it to OB3. I've never used it. Say for instance, this weapon, Hard Edge. Hard Edge is a weapon that you may want to OB6 or OB10, but I never use it. I never use it to break down the opponent's defense because I always had Barrett. I always use Barrett to lower the physical defense of the opponent. Or nowadays I use Sephiroth and Barrett, but I have never used Cloud to do that. And now I'm even thinking about using Glenn, but never Cloud. Cloud is my main DPS, and that's all I want him to do. So this weapon can stay at OB1. So there are certain weapons that can stay at OB1 because you have no use for it, or you just don't know how to use it on a build that you're trying to create, simply put. So let's move over to OB6. What weapons should you just let stay at OB6? Well, I'm here to answer that question. Look at this weapon. This is War Machine. War Machine is a weapon that should have just stayed at OB6. I didn't know that at the time, but now I do. Why do I say that? Because simply put, at OB6 it's doing everything that I needed to do. At OB6, you're getting potency high on the physical defense down. Even if you do it twice, you're still going to get max potency. There's no need for you to take it further than that because it's doing everything you want it to do. There are other weapons that Barrett has that you would like to be at OB10. You shouldn't waste these 4 extra stars because I do buy stuff on this game and I shouldn't use my weapon tickets to level this up beyond this. I did, I messed up, but now I won't do it anymore. Another weapon. This weapon is good enough at OB6 because potency high. Even at max investment, it'll still only do max potency high. Excuse me, and that's the whole point of agitation, is to raise your physical defense. I will say that it will be longer, 2 seconds longer, but even the healing potency doesn't change. So only this changes and only this changes, and I don't think that's worth it because you're only getting 4 more points to heal. That's it. It'll give you heal level 4 at max investment. I don't see the point of leveling up beyond that. So any weapon that buffs or debuffs, most of the time you can leave it OB6. Like Sephiroth's weapon is an exception. Kucha's Spirit Blade, you actually want that at OB10 because you will only be able to do max potency at OB10, which kind of sucks. So another weapon that can pretty much stay at OB6 is another buff weapon, because at OB6 you get potency mid, but guess what? Potency mid, it will never go any higher than that. And you're only getting boost magic defense and boost lightning resist. This can stay at OB6. Because there are certain weapons that can just stay at OB6 and you don't have to feel bad about leaving them at OB6. So, the last part of this video, what weapons should actually go to OB10? Your DPS weapons need to hit OB10. Like Murasame, in order to get the full effects, OB10. Let me see another weapon here. Like Cloud has 3 weapons that need to be at OB10. Like Sky Splitter, I'm working on this one because he actually has the Arcanum with this one, so OB10. The last weapon in this that I would think would be OB10 is another DPS weapon. So DPS weapons should be at OB10. Another weapon that should hit OB10 are healing weapons. Healing weapons should hit OB10 because guess what? Their healing is improved the higher the star rating and the more heals you get. So Curaga plus, yeah, should be OB10. DPS weapons and healing weapons should all be OB10 if you have the resources to do it. Those are the only weapons that should be OB10. The last weapon that should be OB10 is your free-to-play weapons, because you can get to the OB10 without spending money. So free-to-play weapons should be at OB10. Because simply put, you can get them to OB10 without spending money. And that is it. The reason why this video is so important is because another person actually made this video, Tix. Everybody knows him. He did a lot of carries for a lot of people, especially people who aren't Welsh. And he was right. There are certain weapons that you should just let level up organically. And those are weapons that you don't really know what to do with them. And those are weapons that you use to buff and debuff. At OB6 is good enough. But for high-end content, if you're looking to increase your DPS or survivability, DPS weapons OB10, healing weapons OB10, and free-to-play weapons OB10. And that's it. And just think about that. If you have a weapon that you want to be OB10, think about why you want that weapon to be OB10. And there's a weapon that you're not sure about, just leave it. And there's nothing wrong with that, because there are certain weapons that will clear content for you, and I'll explain that in another video. But anyways, if you like my video, hit the like, share, subscribe button. I'll get back to you. Have a great day, and laters.